Good morning, dear teacher and classmates. My name is Merino Michilama. I am a student of the Universidad Técnica Particular de Loja. I am going to talk about pasantías preprofesionales y vinculación con la colectividad 2. Lesson plan number 5. The topic for this class is tag questions. This lesson plan was designed for students, first grade baccalaureate, duration of class 45 minutes, proficiency level 82.2, elementary. The students will be able to develop in four different skills. Listening. Students will be able to understand while hearing information, the confirmation of statements. Speaking. Students will be able to be part of a conversation which need the use of attack questions in order to confer information. Reading. Students will be able to read and recognize questions and understand that the questions reconfirm statements. Writing. Students will be able to write questions in the right grammatical manner in terms of verb, form, and tense. Methodology and strategies. Methods. Inductive method, structural approach. Strategies, visual presentation in slideshow, pair work, matching work, gap filling. Anticipatory set. The teacher begins the class writing some statements related to the students and the end add a tag question to ask confirmation. For example, Maria likes to drink milk, doesn't she? And then repeat the question waiting for answer. The teacher does 2 or 3 statements and write them on the board as the students to analyze the sentence. Main teaching input. Warm-up activity. Based on the previous class, the teacher showed some photos about activity and asked the students to write affirmative and negative sentence about the photos. Students write and read aloud the sentence, and the teacher begins to add the tag questions to each of the sentences. The teacher read the sentence and explain to students why and when tag questions are used. For example, she doesn't speak French, doesn't she? Modeling. Modeling. First, the teacher present some sentence that contain tag questions. Through the presentation of photos, the students will need to write simple statements and the teacher add the tag questions so the student and ask them. The teacher explained the topic to the class in a slideshow used as help. The slideshow explained the use of tag questions, the structure and examples for them. What is tag question? Tag questions are short questions we use at the end of the statement. They are used to ask if we are correct or to ask for agreement. How to form tag questions? An affirmative statement and negative tag. Question tag. They are students, aren't they? You are a nurse, aren't you? She's reading a bike, isn't she? A negative statement and an affirmative question tag. They can't swim, can they? Mary didn't on a trip, did she? A positive, a negative question tag. You are students, aren't you? He is very busy, isn't he? She was happy, wasn't she? They were surprised, weren't they? Statements, negative statements and positive question tag. You aren't, are you? He isn't, is he? She wasn't, was she? They weren't, were they? In guided practice, the teacher asks the student to work in pairs and look for a matching activity in EducaPlace is sent. The students will have to join the presented statements with the corresponding tag questions. The teacher will check the answer online and the students will read the class and mistakes will check. For example, there aren't any picture in the book. You are hungry now. You are hungry now. Aren't you? Paola doesn't want to read, does she? I am helping you, aren't I? You play baseball, don't you? It is your birthday, isn't it? The correct answer. Independent practice. The last activity has been planned for solo work. Students will have to do a fill in the gap activity completing the tag questions. The students need to recognize the verb and tense, use the process with exercise. For example, we are late again, aren't we? My Julie is an accountant. Is she? And so, and the end of the examples. Um, Assessment process has been conceived through both the peer and solo activities when the students can complete the exercise with the correct use of the structure. Closing review and follow up, the teacher and the class giving real statements based on the student's ability to finish the sentence with attack questions and two or three more statements with attack questions is given by students. Okay, thank you, teacher.